Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Kodak Black and Jackboy. Now, this situation between Kodak Black and Jackboy seems to have been going on for a couple of days now, right? Now, they've both taken to social media and said some things that haven't been deliberate disses, but it seems like they're sneak dissing between each other. Now, for those of you who don't know, Kodak Black is a South Florida rapper who is, man, probably one of the biggest rappers in the game. I mean, you've been living under a rock if you don't know who Kodak Black is. He's had high-profile cases. He's been, his release from jail or prison, I should say, has been, televised. A lot of people have been talking about Kodak Black. He's like one of the mainstays and the biggest stars in the rap game. He's like, I don't know, man. It's hard to compare him without comparing him to NBA Youngboy or somebody like that. But he's been locked up so much that, he's had little time to lavish in the fact that he's a successful rapper. Well, this has been one of his longest stints since being locked up out. And since then, it seems like he's changing up a lot of things, man. So I can't blame him for that. And that's kind of what I look at this situation about with Jackboy. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this Kodak Black and Jackboy situation. The first question I want to pose is this a beef? Now, I gave a good explanation of who Kodak Black is, besides the fact of, all his accolades in the hip-hop game and everything like that, right? But Jackboy is recently successful, and he's Kodak Black's artist, as far as I know, signed to Sniper Gang. Now, what's weird about this situation is it seems like there's some type of rift in his relationship with somebody, and obviously one of his artists, because he said so on social media. Now, Kodak Black was live this weekend, and I watched pretty much a good chunk of the live, and it seemed like he was just talking about everyday stuff. He shouted out everybody. Now, he shouted out Syko Bob, but he didn't shout out Jackboy. So it had people thinking, what about Jackboy? I think even somebody was commenting that or asking him about Jackboy, but I don't know if that was intentional or there's any type of rift at that time. But what I do know is Jackboy was on social media, I want to say like yesterday, and he went live and he was talking about something, and he was talking about driving. Now, I don't know if he's speaking figuratively or he's being, specific when he's talking about driving, because Kodak Black also went on social media and talked about a trip that he had where they had to take some type of boat or something like that. But let's look at what Jackboy said.
I need 2 drivers on my team, man, because it be like one driver all sleepy. I know you tired, but just keep on going. Like, you need somebody else to help you drive sometimes, because I don't want no driving me 8-9 hours. You know you tired. You trying to be the only person driving. Like, you'd rather crash than somebody else drive, ain't it?
So there you heard from Jackboy talking about a driving situation. But I was trying to figure out, was he talking figuratively or not? Like, was he trying to send some type of message saying that, he wants somebody to be leading him as opposed to just one person, maybe 2 people? I don't know. But a lot of people ran with that narrative on social media. And Kodak Black, he doubled back and he dropped a video of his own where he's talking about taking some folks out to some place, like some island or something like that, and driving a boat or something like that, man. I don't know how these two things are related. Tell me in the comments if you got more information on that. But what I do know is Kodak Black took to social media to go off today, man. It didn't seem like he was going off. It seemed like he was just letting people know his accomplishments with Jackboy's career. So he said this at first. So he said this, man. He said, just made an M off of Lil Jack. Thanks, Lil Bruh. Now, I'm not sure why there was a lot of controversy behind this, because Jackboy is his artist. If he made an M, and if he means like an M meaning $1 million profit off of Jackboy, should they all be celebrating and popping champagne? I mean, it seems like they should be cool off of this fact, right? Well, he doubled back with another comment, and he said this. Now, in the next post, he said this. Took long enough, but that business must be stood on, with the huffing and puffing emoji, man. So just letting it be known that, hey, man, it took a while to get $1 million off of Jackboy, but man, that business must be stood on. And I agree with that. I don't see anything wrong with this. Now, Jackboy did not respond to this. And I was checking to see if maybe he was talking to anybody else, like Syko Bob or somebody like that. But wasn't much going on, man. And then Kodak Black got on social media again today, and he said a few things, man. So he was on Twitter, and he made some tweets that has everybody who's a Kodak Black fan or anybody who's tuned into that South Florida rap just thinking about his relationship with Jackboy and trying to realize, is there a real beef? Now, Kodak Black said this. He said, I ain't signing rappers no more with the frowning emoji. These cats ungrateful. Now, he's basically saying that the rappers that he signed are ungrateful, man. So he's not going to be signing rappers anymore, man. And that's how he's feeling right now. Now, a lot of people took this to believe he was talking about Jackboy. Now, in this next post, Kodak Black got a little bit more disrespectful. He said, blank a friendship. I'm on business. And with the exclamation point after it, just to let people know that if they think he wasn't on his business, he's on his business. So he's checking the books and he's making sure that everything's lining up on that side of things, as opposed to just being a rapper, man. Once you have a label, he's got Sniper Gang. He wants to make sure that he's running at a profit, obviously, man. And that's what he's doing. Now, I don't know who had an issue with this behind the scenes, because it seems like maybe Jackboy might have had an issue because everybody's throwing Jackboy's name into this. And because he had mentioned Jackboy earlier. But man, he went back and he posted again and said this. Now, Kodak Black deleted all the posts about this situation. All these posts are now deleted, right? But in his final post about the situation, he said this. Ain't nobody keeping nothing. Laughing emoji. I need mine. What's the problem? So basically saying that ain't nobody keeping any money from anybody else. I'm guessing he's talking to one of his artists. We can guess, is it Syko Bob? Is it Jackboy? Whoever it is, man. And he has the question at the end, like, what's the problem? Because he obviously has to eat if he's putting out the money to put the artists out there. He's doing everything he's got to do in order to make sure that they shine and get successful in the game. And Jackboy is recently successful. He's got a couple plaques under his belt, if not just one plaque under his belt that I've seen him post recently. You know what I mean? So that took money, promotion, a lot of marketing, a lot of stuff, man, that people really don't take account when they're thinking from an artist standpoint. It always just feels like the label is jerking you sometimes, even when they're not. You know what I mean? And Kodak Black is in an interesting situation to where he's the label owner now and he has his own artist, but it looks like his interaction with the rap artist is dissuading him from staying with rap, man. He's thinking about branching out to, I don't know what, R&B, rock and roll. I mean, R&B is iffy, man, because it's almost like a dead art almost. You know what I mean? I hate to say that because people are going to be mad. They're probably going to say a comment or something. But, man, it's just like they got rappers who do a lot of that stuff nowadays. And people would rather tune into that as of now. You know what I mean? Now, with Kodak Black and Jackboy's situation, hopefully they can clear this up with a phone call, or hopefully it's not a situation at all. But from the outside looking in, it looks like Kodak Black has some business issues that he needs to iron out with his artist, and that's all it comes out to. Now, like I said, some of this might just be pushed up and propped up by the internet, but it does look like there's some messages being thrown out there, so I'm going to stay tuned in. Now, with that, what do you guys think? Do you think that Kodak Black and Jackboy are legit beefing? Or do you think that maybe they're just having a business argument or something that ain't right with the books they need to clean up? And then, man, it ain't nothing more than that. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.